I'm Bishop Richie Salzman. I'm a veteran, and we're having a fundraiser at the Saugus VFW tonight. And I'd like to interview a couple of veterans that are here at the VFW before the show gets rolling. One of our guests tonight is Jack Clucker. Jack is a lifetime member of the Saugus VFW, and he's also quite a bit of celebrity. He is the Man of the Year for the Saugus VFW, and also he's the Grand Marshal for the Memorial Day Parade. Jack, I'll ask you a couple of questions. What branch of the service were you in?
I was in the United States Navy.
Amen, amen. And how long were you in the Navy?
Well, I joined in 1956, and I retired in 1985 on 30 years.
30 years, wow. Well,
Senior Chief Machinist, mate, down the engine room.
Wow. I tell you, I only did 6 years, so I feel like I have to salute you. But Jack is, we're so happy. I'm so happy that Jack is my first interview tonight. And like I said, and what rank was you when you finally got discharged?
I was E8, a Senior Chief.
E8, Senior Chief. Wow. Yep.
I enjoy my retirement checks.
Yeah, I bet you got a really good one. That's really good. But yeah, we're gonna have a fun night tonight, and hope Jack can join us. We have a lot of things tonight. We have Kowloon donated food. We have Nick's Pizza on Central Street donated to us. We have Phil Giorgetti up from Seabrook. He donated underwear and brand new Hanes underwear. It's a great situation. Yep.
Yeah, that ought to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, you know, we have a lot of veterans going to be here tonight, and I'm just happy that we could have one of the best. That's Jack Clucker. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Here we are with Bill Douglas. This is another interview of a vets, and I'm going to ask Bill a few questions. Bill, what branch of the service were you in?
United States Navy.
United States Navy. And how many years total were you in the Navy?
4 years.
4 years, okay. And what rank would you come out, Bill?
Engineman 3rd class.
Okay, and that's
E4.
E4. Okay, great. And can you tell us a little about where as you served in the service, where did it take you?
I went to boot camp in Great Lakes.
Yeah.
And then I was stationed. After that, I was stationed in Japan. Because in Japan for 2 years.
Okay.
And we went over Vietnam, the Philippines.
Oh wow!
All the Asian countries over there. Then after 2 years, I was transferred to Coronado, California. I stayed there for 50 months. That I was so far. I was gone from home so long. It's like I wanted to be transferred to the East Coast.
Yeah.
So I got transferred to Rhode Island.
Oh, nice.
That's where I met my wife. We've been married 48 years.
God bless you. God bless you. Bill, let me ask you a question. What, being in the service for 4 years, what was the number one thing that you probably enjoyed the most?
Going to different places.
Yeah, the travel.
Meet people.
Yeah.
Meet people. I've met some great people. As you
Awesome. Of course. And let me ask you, let's go the other way. What you liked the least about your 4 years in the Navy?
Being away from your family.
Amen. Yeah, of course, being away from the family is tough. It goes with the territory when you serve. You don't have, you got to go where the action is.
That's right.
But again, I'm so honored to interview Bill, and I know that he served this country well. And Bill, thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, all right. You can go home now. Good.
That's why soccer was so to continue our interviews for fundraising tonight, I want to talk with Bill Pilot. Bill, what branch of the service were you in?
I was in the Army.
Okay, you're in the Army. how many years were you in the Army, Bill?
I volunteered for 3 years.
3 years. And what job did you have in the Army?
I started out as a helicopter repairman, but you know the way the service goes, whatever their need is.
Never volunteer.
So, unfortunately I did.
Yeah.
I ended up being a crew chief on a gunship.
Nice, nice. So 3 years. What would you say, Bill, you like the most about your service?
The people that I served with. I met some fabulous people.
Yeah. And if you had to pick out one thing that you didn't like about the service?
Getting lied to.
Getting lied to, yes. Yes.
You know how it is.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you right now, I mean, do you have any experience that you might want to share with us tonight?
I enjoyed my stay at 3 years, though I did pick up something that I wish I didn't. I had hepatitis C.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but thanks to the VA, they fixed me right up.
Yeah.
So better now.
Yeah.
But other than that, I enjoyed my time. I learned something. I learned how to fix helicopter engines.
Amen.
And anytime you can pick up anything, it's worth it.
Well, I just want to say thank you for your service and so much for stopping by and being one of our interviews. And Bill, where do you live?
I live in North Reading, Mass.
North Reading, very good. All right, well, God bless Bill, and thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend.
All right. We're doing our last interview from our vets, and today we have Doc Williams. And Doc, where do you live, Doc?
9 Peverell Drive, Saugus.
Okay, and how long were you in the service?
From 1966 to 79.
And what branch of the service were you in?
United States Army Reserve.
Okay, and what?
Out of Boston.
Okay, and what job did you do when you were in the service?
I was a recovery expert or whatever. I drove the biggest tank they had, a recovery tank. I drove a wrecker, and I drove the low bed that hauled the junk tanks around.
Oh, fine. And when you got discharged, what rank were you when you discharged?
E4.
E4. Okay.
And at that time, I was up for E5.
Okay, good. And let me ask you a question, Doc. What would you say was the most enjoyable part of serving your country?
Serving my country.
Amen. And what would you say if you had to?
I'm ready to go back in right now.
I love it. I love it. Great. But let's go on the other side now, Doc. What would you say that of all the things you did in your service career was you enjoyed the least?
Leaving the area and going to Vietnam.
Yeah. And how long were you served in Vietnam?
It's a 1-year tour, and at the end I got a 3-month early out because I was in construction. And the person that got that for me he became Vice President of Operations for the Red Sox.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yep.
And one last question, Doc, is a lot of my grandchildren and family, they have not so glorious of being in the service. Would you recommend your son and grandchild to join the service?
That's a tough question. I got to think. In today's world, it's a different world than it was back in our time. But if they had the urge, and I could see it in them, I would say join.
Yes.
But join. When I had my business, I had a lot of young men working for me, and one kid said, I'm going to join the Marines. And I said, I want to talk to your father. And I said, with my knowledge of the service, I said, he should go into the Navy or the Air Force. where they treat you like a human being. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you so much for everything,
That's
Doc,
it?
and thank you for your service.
That's it? I
Yeah.
got so much to tell.
All right, well,
No.
what else you want to tell us?
I
Doc?
want to tell a little joke.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I got an early out, and when I got home it was right after July 4th, and 4 months later I got married, and we came home from the honeymoon. We were living over on Essex Street, and when I went to the bathroom for the first time, the toilet paper was coming underneath. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
And I went and scolded her, and she said, "What difference does it make?" I said, "The difference is whether you dig a foxhole or not," which I had to do over in Vietnam, because I put the toilet paper the wrong way. But
All right.
in my time, there was like 200 of us in the reserve group that spent the time together. We knew everybody. So it's not like you're going into the regular army and you don't know anybody.
Yeah.
We were all buddies
Yeah.
we knew each other for like 2 years
Thank you
before.
thank you for your service.
Yep, and I made it back.
Huh?
And I made it back.
And you made it back. Well,
Now-
thank you, Doc Williams.
Now I got bladder cancer because of being in the
Yeah, we're going to pray about that.
Agent
Thank you,
Orange.
Doc Williams.
Yep.
Doc Williams.
Thank you.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, attention, attention, attention. The Kowloon Restaurant has been kind enough to provide a buffet in honor of the Vietnam Veterans event that we're having tonight here at the VFW in Saugus. Feel free to come up and grab your Chinese food now. We're also going to have a comedy show, which will start in about 20 minutes.
Hello, everybody. I want to welcome you tonight. We have a couple of things going on. First of all, I want to say to the veterans, thank you for your service. And another thing, if you're here with your girlfriend, I think you should get behind the TV. We're on TV. I'm Bishop Richie Salzman. We have an audience of veterans here tonight to honor. Vice Commander Jay has these medals. They're given to us for Vietnam vets to officially 50 years of the Vietnam War, made by, on the back it has General Electric, and it has the 5 service insignias on it. And Vice Commander Jay will pass them out. We also have some undergarments that were donated by Phil Giorgetti. They're up there. There's some smaller sizes for young kids, and we have all sizes. Just all veterans are welcome to help themselves to those. We got pizza coming in. Kowloon coming too also. We're going to start off with all the battle songs of all the veterans. When you hear your service branch, come up behind me, and then we'll have the national anthem, I'll have a short prayer, and get things rolling. Well, my phone's not cooperating with me here. Getting low on my battery. All veterans, please come up behind me. All veterans that are here, please come up behind me. All branches. saying, huh? Present Hans. So a round of applause for the veterans right there. Being a bishop, I'd like to say a short prayer. With heads bowed and eyes closed. Heavenly Father, we give you all the glory. Please bless all the veterans and their families, plus everyone here tonight that could not make it in attendance. In the name of all names, Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen. Good evening, and veteran supporters. We are in for a treat. Have a blessed night. I'm Bishop Richie Salzman of Bishop Richie Ministries. I do fundraising all over the country for veterans, Dana-Farber Cancer Research, in Kasili, Kenya, which I, along with 150 realtors in Florida, built in 2019. First off, there's only donations tonight. We didn't put a price on a ticket because this is not, this is for the veterans. This is an honoring of the veterans as well as great entertainment. And so we have, after we eat, there's a bucket up there and you can just put in your donation. And please give generously. Our proceeds go to the Saugus VFW, which will distribute to needy veterans. Again, Vice Commander Jay has the medals and will be passing them out. For anyone that's a Vietnam veteran, I don't know if you knew this, but if you served in the service between 1955 and 1975, 9 million veterans served our country. Only 2 million actually set foot in Vietnam on the ground. Some are in the air, some are in the sea. Tonight we have a veteran doc who actually had boots on the ground in Vietnam. Let's have a round of applause for Doc Williams. But we have many thanks for tonight. A lot of thank yous go out. Stephen Castaberti, Prince Pizza. Donna Wong, Representative Donna Wong from Kowloon. Amin from Nick's Pizza. Sons of Italy, Esquire and President Janice Schmidt. And also Phil Giorgetti, who's donated those undergarments. And it's kind of funny because I do a lot of veterans fundraisers all over the country. I ask them, what do you guys need? You need backpacks, you need blankets, you need food, you need shelter. What do you need? And 9 out of 10, know what they tell me? Bishop, we need white socks. So there you go. I went down and bought 1,800 pairs of white socks. And we had 300 veterans, and you would have thought they all hit the lottery. Hey, I won't get a cold anymore, They had their white socks, and everyone says, Or you give them undergarments, because actually they asked for them too. So we got the undergarments today. Thank you, Phil Giorgetti, for that. But before, we're going to take a little 5-minute break. But I'm not a comic and never professed to be a comic. But I have a joke that I tell them when I preach in the prisons down in Florida. And I tell it once a month because obviously you always have new guys coming in. It's a pretty good joke. It's a church joke. Jesus was golfing with Moses, Peter, and Paul. So Jesus gets up to the first tee, and it's a par 3. He's getting ready to swing the club. He goes, just like Jack Nicklaus, a 7-iron. I'm going to pop it on the green, going to put it 2 feet from the cup and tap it in for a birdie. Jesus swings, plop, in the water. So Moses goes, Jesus, I think you should use us 4 or 5. You only got enough club there. Don't tell me, Moses. Go down and get my ball. So Moses goes down and gets his ball. Comes back, tees it up. Jesus again, just like Jack Nicklaus. Gonna pop it on the green, 2 feet from the cup. Gonna tap it in for a birdie. Plop, goes in the water. Jesus goes, Moses, go get my ball. And he goes, go get it yourself. So sure enough, Jesus is going down. He's walking on the water. He's trying to get his ball out. So another 4, some drove up. And so they said to Moses, what does he think, Jesus? He goes, no, he thinks he's Jack Nicklaus. And with that, I'm going to leave the jokes to the rest of the professionals. And you're going to be very, very happy tonight. I promise you. Thank you.
All right, listen, we have, for you folks out back there, we have some empty tables up here. It's a much better show if you sit up front. So come on up, fill these tables in, we'd appreciate it. We got a great show for you guys. And we're going to get this thing rolling. We guys ready? Before we get started, we do have 3 simple rules. Rule number 1 during the show, please try to keep your table talk down to a minimum so everyone around you can enjoy the show. Rule number 2, if you have cell phones, if you could please put those on vibrate, that would be great. We're going to start the show. I know you guys are all yapping back there, but you need to shut the up. I apologize. I know we got cable going. They're going to probably have to bleep a lot of stuff. And rule number 3, and it's the most important, is to have some fun. We're here to celebrate the veterans. We have some fun, right? Let's go! All right. It's a pleasure to bring up your host tonight, a good buddy of mine, Dan. He's actually the one who put the show together. We've done many shows together over at Giggles and Kowloon's. He's worked regularly with Lenny Clark and Steve Sweeney. You guys are going to love him. How about a nice round of applause for Dan Gill, everyone? Danny Gill, let him know.
Bravo, Tyler, let him know. I'm so happy to be here at the Saugus for the Vietnam veterans. Let's hear for the Vietnam veterans tonight. Thank you for your service. Let's hear for the Kowloon restaurant, Nick's Pizza. Let's hear for the guy selling crack in the parking lot. Well, my name is Danny Gill, originally from Dorchester, Massachusetts. Went to Medford High. Now I live in Lynn. It's a trail of success. From a 3-decker in Dorchester to a methadone clinic under a bridge in Lynn. America is great again. I'm feeling pretty good. Just turned 68 years old last week. 68 years old. I've actually reached the age where if an older woman were to come on to me, should be no cougar. Should be a saber-tooth. Had to renew my driver's license. No great shake. Something I finally signed up to become an organ donor. Thought it was a great thing to do for my fellow man. Now when I smoke a joint, go out in public, I don't get paranoid and wonder how I look in other people's eyes. I wonder how my eyes look at other people. Because vision's very important. You can't believe what you hear, what you see. I just saw where the Alabama court just made frozen embryos children. They said frozen embryos are children. Sign me up, I'll adopt a dozen. It's great at Christmas time. All you gotta do is get them some ice cubes. You can't believe what you see. I'm driving through Lynn, I see a sign, Popeye's Fried Chicken. I said, Popeye's Fried Chicken? Whatever happened to spinach? Then it dawns on me, they must fry this shit in olive oil. I love the Popeye cartoons, the little guy with the muscles, always getting picked on by the bully. I grew up in Dorchester, tough neighborhood. I'm 9 years old. I got a 12-year-old kid down the street picking on me. I went home, I had a giant plate of spinach. I went back down the street. He kicked my ass again. So I went home, I grabbed a can of spinach and I hit him off the head with it. You can't believe what you see. I'm clicking through the internet. I see where a 59-year-old French lady, through in vitro fertilization, gives birth to triplets, and the sperm donor was 99 years old. Well, congratulations, but is this guy going to be around for these kids? I think every child deserves to have memories of going down the park, playing catch with their daddy, not heading up to the cemetery, playing off the wall with a headstone. That's what I think, okay? I don't care if you like it or not, because I'm feeling pretty good. 68 years old, it's not over yet. When you look at the history, oh, she's got to put on the TV. We got two guys, 81, 77 years old, going for president. They make a guy like me who wants to retire feel like a real lazy schlub. 71, 77, whatever. Well, these two guys want the top job in the country.
47.
Who knows? Maybe I got time. Maybe I can still be somebody, okay? It's not too late. 10 years from now, I could be bagging groceries at Market Basket or rubbing one out in the White House. You can't believe it. Like, when you get older, I watch a lot of the older TV shows and they bombard you with commercials for the old people. Like, you see this one for Colonial Penn. Hi, I'm Jonathan for Colonial Penn. What's my rate? $9.95. What's my rate? I'm 87. $9.95. I'm 157. What's my rate? You don't get one. You should be dead, okay? That's your rate. Go up to the cemetery and drop dead. That's my rate. Grew up in Boston, typical Irish Catholic family. My parents, they practiced the rhythm method. They only had sex when the radio was on. My mother had 7 kids in 10 years, 7 and 10, which we thought was outstanding. 2 years later, we found out my father had 9 and 5. And everyone thinks when you come from a large family, you learn how to share. Bullshit. You come from a large family, you learn how to hoard. I was the first kid on my block who had a safety deposit box for his Halloween candy. You can laugh, people. It's all right. You can throw eggs. You can throw gold. You can throw pool balls at me. I don't give a rat's ass. This is for the veterans thing. This is for the guys who went overseas, who risked their lives, who let loudmouths like me get up and say whatever they want. I don't have the balls to go to war. These guys, this is a veterans post. Almost every guy that comes here has put himself on the line for us, for our people, and given us the right to come up here and make a total fool of himself. And I'll be proud and happy to do it. This comedy show will work best if everyone listens. The comics coming up tonight, they have wordplay. It works best if there's quiet. Please get that. Nobody here's making any money. This is for the Kowloon coming here, for the veterans. Let's have some fun. Can we do it, people? I'll be up and down all night and I'll be closing the show. Let's hear it for the first comedian. This gentleman opened for Gilbert Gottfried. This guy's been doing comedy for about 15 years. He's a very, very intelligent styler. Unlike a loudmouth like me, this guy is a subtle comic genius. Let's hear it for Scott McNeil.
Give it up for Danny Gill. Funny guy, a great friend. So, you hear me all right back there? All right. Well, I'm going to do this anyway. So, hey, can you hear me in the back? We can all hear you just fine, too. So, I was named after my father because, of course, he was born first. Thank you. One person I'm encouraged. So I got in some trouble for walking around a department store in my socks and underwear. Turns out I just misunderstood the sales sign that said, take up to 70% off. There's this guy who drives through my neighborhood once in a while in a pickup truck, and every time when I'm standing on the side of the road and he's going by,
I'll say, hey, 16, 16, 16, and then he's just going by and start running alongside the truck yelling out, 16, 16, and then I cup my hands and I'm like, for God's sakes, if you don't want me to solve your math problem for you, well, don't paint 4 times 4 on the side of your truck. Thank you. Thank you. So I think it's really weird that the same people who don't believe in telekinesis are probably the same exact people who believe you can somehow make orange juice from concentrate. So being kissed while I'm sleeping shows me that I'm loved. You know, I might not know their name or their gender, but it's also a great reminder to get my locks changed. I even got a laugh from the cameraman on that. So, okay, this one I'm counting on the whole room, and I mean everybody, to help me with this joke. We're gonna do it till we get it right. Here we go. My mother-in-law is so ugly. I want to thank all 25 people, but I mean even the people in the back. So we're having a redo just like elementary school. You ready? My mother-in-law is so ugly. Her firing squad wore blindfolds and they shot themselves. First time I experienced deja vu was the second time. I grew up in a really strange neighborhood, like on Halloween, the Easter Bunny would come by and egg our house. Okay, I promise to never ever do that joke again. Thank you, thanks for the support. I tried making a living by breeding orangutans, but then I finally relented and decided, you know, they'd probably just rather breed with each other. So, my name is Scott McNeil, and I am a retired police officer. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for believing that. And the first time I pulled someone over was for a driving infraction, and well, he didn't want to stop for me. Then he didn't want to show me his driver's license. So I was pulling him out of his car when he made a grab for my gun. Because I ended up in a foot pursuit. I had to tackle him to the ground, and I beat him with my nightstick. But I'm telling you, that was the day I decided I wanted to become a cop. Thank you, sir. I am severely addicted to square dancing. In fact, on more than one occasion, I've ended up overdosing. So, I'm thinking about moving to Utah. Converting to polygamy, and then I'd like to open up a mom and pop store. So, you know what two things really don't go well together? The two things that don't go well together? Yeah, being into erotic asphyxiation and trying to use supercalifragilisticexpialidocious for your safe word. So I woke up the other morning and my wife said, you know, Scott, you talked a little bit during your sleep. And I said, you know something, sometimes I talk during the day, but you never seem to notice that. So I had my sex with my mother-in-law on a moving elevator, and I did it even though I knew it was wrong on so many levels. My psychiatrist gave me some pills to clear up my hallucinations, but I'll be darned if I can get any of them to take it. My psychiatrist also diagnosed me as having centrifugal schizophrenia. I hear voices in my head, but only when I'm on a merry-go-round. I like to wear camouflage when I take LSD, because that way I can see God, but he can't see me. I noticed a blind guy going down the sidewalk with 2 seeing eye dogs. As they went past me, I spoke up and I said, "Hey, how come you have 2? He said they're bifocals. So, all of my relationships are very complicated and estranged. Like right now, I'm only allowed to talk to my houseplants through a mediator. Don't hold back on me. Help me out here. So, a lot of support, but I think you're doing it telepathically. But thank you. So I went to bake a pineapple upside down cake, but some idiot installed my stove right side up. I had to take out a restraining order against a centipede. Now it can't be within 100 feet of me. I always loved the delay. So I've been trying to sleep with this all-woman orchestra, but so far I can't even get to second base. That was good too. I've been up here, sir, 8.5 minutes, and that one, no, I'm kidding you, thank you. It's nice to be recognized. So I also have some pills to treat my obsessive compulsive disorder. They're only 1 milligram pills, of course. You have to take them 1,000 times a day. Went down to the Red Cross to donate some blood, but they told me it had to be my own. Public service announcement, if I may. Public service announcement. If you're struggling with illiteracy or you know someone who is, we're here, we care, and we really want to help. Please give us a call at 1-800-CHRYSANTHEMUM. So I don't know about you folks, especially you ladies, but anyone else here? I absolutely love Sex and the City. Sex and the City? I love it. Yeah, Sex and the City. Probably interested to know, I did some research. Did you know it's also the name of a TV show? So I think it's really messed up that the planet Earth has several different Disney worlds, but Pluto doesn't have any. There's another joke I promised to never tell again. So I'm putting together a walk to fight various cancers. Of course, if it goes well, I'm going to put together some other walks to help fight Sagittariuses and Capricorns. Tauruses too. So I had a life-size voodoo doll of myself made, and I used it as a sparring partner to practice boxing, but one day I punched it so hard I ended up breaking both of our jaws. You can tell why I live alone. Okay, thank you. Is this what you call support? Okay.
I'm giving you as much as I can.
God bless you. This is going better than my dates do. I tried calling the suicide hotline, but they only had suggestions on how to stay alive. No, my heart goes out. My heart goes out to anyone who thinks that I'm an organ donor. All right? I recently received some devastating news. My doctor told me I have stage 4 hypochondria. He says about 6 months from now, I'll think I'm dead. I think Danny's gonna walk out on me. So I'm holding a ceremony tomorrow at a local park. In fact, I'm inviting everyone here tonight. We're gonna release dozens and dozens of balloons in memory of the birds and animals that died, from other people releasing balloons. So I'm gonna go ahead and close my set, but instead of closing it with a joke, I wanna take a quick survey, if I may. Please tell me, in your honest and humble opinions, on a scale of 9.5 to 10, how was I? 10. All right, thank you. Back to Danny Gill. Enjoy the rest of the show and support the veterans. Thank you, sir.
Scott McNeil! Scott McNeil! I want, whenever he's on, I want some. I had a great day. Visited my 93-year-old mother. 93 years old, still on her own. Still plays me like a fiddle. I walk in the house, she goes, "Oh, I'd like to take a long ride and spend some quality time with my favorite son." And that's her code word for take me to Foxwoods. The things you find out about your parents late in life. My mother smoked when she was pregnant. I heard my father would stand around the crib chain smoking. "Oh, isn't it cute? He coughs just like his father." You used to be able to smoke everywhere, on a plane, on a train. You could be in a hospital room tied up with life support with a cigar hanging out of your mouth. All of a sudden it became bad. They got a smoking room, but the smoke creeped down the hall to that little guy with every last allergy. Next thing you know, he had a smoke outside the door. When people had to walk through the haze, they were dying as they walked through the door. They were flopping like fucking fish right on the floor. Then you had to take, they could be 100 feet, 200 feet. Then you got to take a shuttle bus to the nearest swamp, use up all your sick time and vacation pay just to have a cigarette. You should be able to light up and kill anyone within 30 feet. That's what you should be able to do. My mother grew up in depression. She had unique and sometimes embarrassing ways of stretching. About 4th grade, Dad's out of work. She started wrapping our school sandwiches in newspaper. She said that the ink that got on our Wonder Bread was actually good for our complexion. We never had too many pimples, but every time I see a newspaper, I'm hungry. At least she was kind enough to wrap mine on the sports page till I was 16. Then she started wrapping them in the Help Wanted. Growing up, my favorite TV show was The Wonderful World of Disney. Every Sunday night, 8 o'clock, living color. The only problem was they would bombard you with commercials to go to Disneyland. 7 kids, 3-decker, 1 income. We didn't have a prayer of getting up my mother. Had a Disneyland fund. It once got up to $50. We lived on the dream. We're going to Disney. We'd even do dry runs. Once a month, we'd hop on the T, head over to Logan Airport, put on our little Mickey Mouse ears, and wave goodbye to everybody going to Disneyland. Not the greatest child. I went to parochial school under the tutelage of the nuns, the original Black Panthers. Well, they were tough. I get home from school. What'd you learn in school today? When Sister Lewis leads with the right duck and use the uppercut. Everyone thinks us Catholic boys should feel guilty about bullshit. We got a built-in escape clause, confession. It's like a credit card. Go out and charge up a few cents. See something you want, just grab it, take it at yours. Hey, dude, where you coming from? Macy's, can't you tell? New shirt, new jeans. What'd you pay from? Pay from, they're on sale. 5 Hail Marys, 10 How Fathers. Confession's a very confusing thing for a kid. You're 10 years old, you want to go join a gang, you want to steal cars, but the nuns, they want to mold you. They march you down to the parish church like a little assembly line of sinners where you got to wait in line, go in a dark booth with a strange voice, and basically rat yourself out. F*** that shit, okay? What do you think, I'm stupid? And being a Catholic, I always wondered what Michael Jackson would sound like in the confessional. bless me, Father, for I have sinned. I've been sharing my bed with busloads of little boys.
Hey, did you come here to confess? You come here to brag. I'll pay for that in hell someday. You can't make the Catholic Church happy about anything. They're against everything like gay marriage. I say, why? Live and let live. Gays, lesbians permeate all factions of society. Even in Lynn, where I live now, they got what they call gay Spanish theater. They even do Shakespeare. This month they're doing Romeo and Julio. You people ready for your next comic? Come on the stage. This woman here, I have done more. Don't put it in the microphone. Can you sit the f*** down till I introduce you, for Christ's sakes? Don't put the cut. She's telling me what to do. Well, please. Who's running this show? Coming to the stage. I've worked hundreds of shows with this young lady. She's one of the funniest people I know. She started 40 years ago, and look where the f*** she is. Let's hear it for Patty Punch. Patty Punch for you people tonight.
Thank you, Dan. Danny Gill. Woo! Anyway, thank you for being here. Woo! Yes, give yourself a round of applause. Every day you've got to ask yourself, what makes you feel good? You feel pretty good when your phone is fully charged. You know, I'm a Facebook junkie. You can be anything you want to be on Facebook. I go by the name Jennifer Lopez. Oh, my iPhone is awesome. It shows me how to do old-fashioned stuff. Fix my teeth with Canadian quarters. Hey, it's worse to borrow thousands of dollars, go to medical school, dental school, then find out you hate to fix someone else's. Thank you very much. Somebody got that. No, you can still buy greeting cards for anything, except sorry, you got ripped off. Oh, you get your money's worth with baking soda. It's effective as an antacid, absorbs refrigerator odors, cleans your teeth. There's a recipe for chocolate chip cookies on it. Think of all the time you can save. Upset stomach, eat cookies, put them in the fridge. You don't have to brush your teeth. I try, as long as you have front teeth. And if you don't, fill in those spaces with candy corn for good selfies. Because everything's smartphones. Mothers call their kids home Jetson style. Now, us baby boomers are the Flintstones. Now, luckily I come from a loud family. My mother would open the door, yell, Patty! I'd go, what? Supper! Wait! Right now! I can't! The bus won't be here for 15 minutes! Yeah, remember ancient history? Egyptians made ink out of soot and vegetable oil. Now, I wait for that question to come up on Jeopardy. It never does. Oh, no. You know, I'm a baby boomer. You know, and, yes, let's hear it for the baby boomers. Oh, yeah, I know what I wanted to tell you now. I read anything I can get my hands on. Can of beans, tattooed asses. My favorite thing to read are menus. If an Italian menu is tattooed on your ass, that's amore. That's because I'm a baby boomer. Yeah, sounds cool. Cool. Baby boomer. Sounds cool. Better than old booze bag. Us baby boomers hardly had electricity. To keep ourselves amused, we collected rocks and bugs. rocks and bugs. High tech was a jar with a firefly in it at night. Yeah, you gotta make your own fun. I draw hearts, fill them with the names of men over 70, you know. Someone who won't make me split a Big Mac. Well, it's easy to please old men. Rum and prune juice. Viagra brownies. Oh, boomers are celebrating like crazy. Thank you, kids, for my birthday gift, Social Security. Instead of Ripple, now I can afford to drink Dom Perignon while dancing in sparkly diapers. Diapers on a baby, gross. Put them on a baby boomer. Hubba, hubba. Well, we're living longer. With modern meds, we'll crack 100. No sense in hurrying. Lay in bed all week. You know, you said don't hold it. You have to hold the mic up here, dear, to make the microphone. All right, what was I saying? Neither do I. I never know what I'm saying, folks. Never. No, I work too hard on this shit not to do it. No, we're living long. With modern meds, we'll crack. No sense in laying in bed all week. It's not a sign of depression if you do the same thing in Aruba. Ooh, that's a good time. You know, it's comfortable to watch the beach on TV in bed. Your bed's not sandy, bathroom's close by. Seagulls can't eat your lunch. Now, I'd go more if I had a body I could show off. Where's my sister? I'd go more if I had a body like you. You know, I'd go more if I had a body. Instead of a bikini, I wrap myself in gauze, pretend it was a shark attack. Well, great stuff happens outdoors. Woodstock, the start of the sexual revolution. Before Woodstock, the only fun was arts and crafts. Peeling Elmer's glue off the palm of your hand. You know, we were naive. There was no internet. Instead of we were naive.
Come on, you can do it.
I can. We were naive. There was no. We looked at underwear models in the Sears catalog. Wow, Fruit of the Loom. First naked guy I saw, you know, I was amazed it didn't look like a fig leaf. Now, I don't mind aging. No more sexual harassment. Okay, should have had more fun in high school. Since I was brainwashed to believe I had to be a virgin for the husband I never married, you know. Good thing the sexual revolution came along, you know. I substitute teach in high schools. Now, high school kids are fun, you know, and I have to say that so they don't pop a cap in my ass. Yeah, it's a job where anything goes. When a kid horsing around falls out the window, you know, oh well, you're only there for the day. No, kids ask questions. Miss Sub, do you have nail clippers? No, Johnny, use your teeth. But Miss Sub, what about bacteria? Bacteria? When we were kids, we scraped bubble gum off the street and chewed it with gravel in it just to amuse ourselves, and we're fine. For Pete's sakes, we ate lead paint. Adjusted to our ADHD, then went on to champion sex, drugs, and rock and roll. We still smoke pot at loud concerts so we can enjoy going deaf. Two boomers talking. Do you like The Who? What? I know I have to work on that. No, it doesn't matter how old you are, as long as you can taste food. Mad passionate love doesn't last. Chocolate cake is forever. Because your health is important, buy fruit and vegetable capsules, eat 2 for dinner, then there's room for the whole cake. You know, everyone's on a health kick. The guy I live with buys too many apples, so I make a lot of apple crisp. Delicious with extra butter and extra brown sugar. Thank you for that. No, he's a nice guy. He won't kill bugs. You know, I squash them with my bare hands when he's not looking. We look at housekeeping differently. He pulls out the vacuum to suck up one peanut shell. You know, just kick it under the chair. It matches the clutter. You know, he's got more clutter than me, but he keeps his clutter cleaner. You know, I try to persuade him to get rid of stuff. I said, Dick, throw away that old cracked bowl. He said, why? You're old and cracked. I keep you. Yeah, he's a hoarder. You know, no doubt. He saves everything except money. This is how bad it is. When our neighbor died, he took their crutches out of their trash and put them in our basement. Now that's gruesome. Plus, he took their book, Irish Blessings, and put that on the back of our toilet. You know, that's bad luck. You know, I'll hide that book. If Dick doesn't notice, out it goes. You know, because the only way to make a relationship work, lie. No, I didn't see a book. And brief conversation. Honey, got $10. You know, and maybe that's why I can't save money. I don't know. Maybe. You know, everyone's multitasking. Not only do I throw stuff away, I meditate and watch TV at the same time. Oh, is the dog laughing? You know, I think it's the first time I've ever heard a dog at a show. You know, maybe I should wrap it up on the... I have a lot of other funny stuff I really wanted to get to, but... But we have Salvatano. I want you to see Salvatano, so I'm gonna cut it off right here, and hopefully you come see me to hear the rest of my stuff someday. Okay, thank you.
Patty Punch, all the way from Lynn, Massachusetts, right there. Patty Punch. Dogs love her, that's for sure. You guys have been really great. It's great to see people coming out for a good cause here. Think about the veterans here at the Saugus VFW. Right there, Kevin. I was looking through I saw a thing on the internet that said, children who were breastfed are more intelligent, better adapted, they do better in life. I was all excited. I went, hey, Ma, was I breastfed? What do you think, stupid? I was a child of the 50s. All we had was formula and lead paint. But if my mother ever had the brains to open up the spigot, I would have had an advantage over every kid in school because I had a lactating mother for well over a decade. I could have been the McEinstein of my class. A few mouthfuls of mother's milk away from getting into f***ing habit. It's too late for me, ladies. If there was ever a generation of children who need every break they can get, it's the kids growing up today. So do your patriotic duty. Open up your blouses. Give the youth of America a good long drink. Let's work together here, ladies. Let's start a dairy. Let's start a co-op. I'll volunteer to help milk the moms. Because where would anybody be without their mother? The best 9 months I spent on this planet were inside my mother. Bad economy. Would you move back home? I'd move back inside my mother if I could. She's 93 years old, still on her own. The only problem is when you call the house, unless the phone is directly in her lap, she never answers. So for her birthday, I got her a new iPhone with a Bluetooth headset. I figured as long as within 30 feet, instant mom. I wrap up the Bluetooth, she opens it up in front of the whole family, goes, what kind of a son gives his mother one earring? So I explain how it works. Everything's great. The next day, I make 4 or 5 phone calls. I get no answer. I get a call from my know-it-all sister. You stupid bastard, I told you not to get on that Bluetooth. She's home, she's alone, she's hearing voices, thinks the house is haunted. So I gotta use this to my advantage. Hello, Mrs. Gill. This is God. Change the will, leave everything to Danny. And I said to my sister, what did you get Ma for her birthday? Oh, I got her a day of beauty. Brilliant. She's 93 years old. What can you do in a day? Get her a season pass, you cheap bastard. I love my mother. She raised 7 kids almost on her own. Last week, she can't get her license renewed. She goes into this really deep, dark depression. We tried everything to snap her out of it. Scratch tickets, bingo, Matlock DVDs. Finally, my little nephew teaches her how to play PlayStation. Now she's doing Grand Theft Auto. She's back out on the road with a vengeance. She may have lost her license to drive, but she certainly didn't lose her license to carry. She's a pistol packing 93 NRA, gun-loving fruitcake with bad vision, a drinking problem, a bad attitude. You go to her house, you better ring the bell. If you don't, she'll blow your fucking head off the other front page of the Globe, and Biden will make the Secretary of Defense. You guys are really great. You're coming out for a great cause. I'm very excited to bring this gentleman up to the stage. This guy and me, we started doing comedy. I started a long time ago, but me and Sal's got back. We started together 2006. We've done more shows, every place you could ever win. He's been at Giggles, open for Lenny Clark, the College. He's worked with every comic in New England. Let's hear it for the one, the only Sal Botano.
All right, one more time for Danny. Drop me from the Patty Punch, let him know. Right. This is good. What a shit show this is, huh? Unbelievable. Living the dream. 54 and I'm at the fucking VFW in Saugus. You know what I mean? You can't go any higher than this, right? First of all, for the cable guys, this guy, I don't like the camera guy behind me. That's weird. It's a little creepy. Just shut him off, because there's going to be a lot of editing. It's not even worth filming my set. Seriously, shut him off. Let's do this. Where do these assholes go over here? We had a whole full table. Did the Viagra kick in, or like too late? Like, I don't know what happened. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like a whole full table and gone. Like, what, because they shut the bowling game off? I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. And these two guys stopped playing pool, thank you. You know, thanks for you guys not playing with your balls for a little. We'll be done soon. And I apologize for the noise at the bar. Ever since they closed the Vogue, you know, the Cougars and Milfs have nowhere to go, and they're trying to get laid. But, you know, listen, it's all good. Everyone's got to get laid, right? This is good. How you guys doing, huh? How you doing, Droopy Balls? You doing good? Good. Look at this table. You guys are adorable. Looks like the waiting room at Leahy Clinic is unbelievable. Huh? And look at this, all women. What happened? Christian Mingle gone bad? We're a bunch of lesbians. We like the lesbians, right, guys? Nice. Nothing wrong with lesbians. So this is good. I showed up tonight. So the Williams, Doc, good to see you. I miss you guys and the wife. Yeah, I actually went to Hawaii with them back in 1989. Hung out with their son Chris, and fucking neither one of them recognized me tonight. Neither one of them. Okay, they took me to Hawaii in 1989. I slept at their house dozens of times, and they didn't even recognize me. Like, Doc came up to me, I thought I was talking to Biden. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I'm like, you shit me right now. Unbelievable. Sit down, you piece of... What'd you say? You voting for Trump? Trump? Yeah, Trump. We for Trump or Biden? Trump or Biden? All right, I was just trying to tell some dick jokes for going home. I don't mean this to be a political show, but that's good. This is good. Yeah, actually, I remember back, to step out of the comedy for a sec, you took Chris and I to USS Arizona. That was pretty cool. We went to see the memorial. And when you're 19, you want to go to Waikiki Beach and, you know, pick up some broads. And we're with Chris's dad looking at a sunken ship. At 19, that's not fun. But then when you're 54, you look back and go, thank you. That was a good experience.
You didn't have it back then at 19. You didn't talk to girls. I tried to take you
What are you talking about? Of course I talked to girls. If you knew what Chris and I did when you two were out of the room, you wouldn't even know. But what happened in Hawaii is going to stay in. No, I'm not going to tell you. But we had some fun. Thank you. That was a good time. This is good. You still filming? This guy, we're going to get rid of this guy. This guy's scaring me. You guys got to paint this wall. What's going on over here? Go ahead. What do you got there? Chicken fingers? That's great. That's good. Hey, shut the f*** up back there. I'm trying to tell some jokes. All right? I just drove here from York Beach, Maine for free, and you guys are trying to get laid. Just give me goddamn 20 minutes. 15 at this point. Where's George? Where'd he go?
He's up there.
Yeah, he's trying to bang a mill from the Vogue. I get it. He doesn't give a shit about your marriage anymore. At this point, who cares, right? Unbelievable. You guys gonna shut those cameras off now, or what? God, I miss Saugus. It's good to see you guys, really. This is awesome. This is awesome. Good. This is like special for me. I'm working for free, but I get to see some friends I haven't seen in 39 years. So this is cool. This is awesome. And these two douchebags decided to stop shooting pool so we can tell jokes. This is good. This is good. This is good. So yeah, I come Saugus, right? Good Saugus. What, you know, I moved out of Saugus. The problem with Saugus is you guys don't have enough commercial real estate. I mean, what the hell happened to this town? It's like Vegas, isn't it? The old town, I miss the old school, tumbling, go down there for some bacon and eggs, $4, right? Now you can't even get a coffee for $10. It's nuts. Nuts, unbelievable. I used to work at Saugus High. I actually quit school in the 9th grade, or 10th grade, 3 weeks. Mrs. Gaffney wouldn't let me used to go to the bathroom. Yeah, Mrs. Gaffney. True story. I said, Mrs. Gaffney, I need to go to the restroom. She said, sit down. I go, I don't think so. And I walked out of her classroom, walked out the front door of Saugus High School, and never went back. But look at how successful I am tonight. All right, you see what I mean? This is good. This is good. I'm surprised Elizabeth Warren let you guys put the Indian head on the front of the new school. What is it with Massachusetts? All you guys do is vote for lesbians. Right? Like Maura Healey, Elizabeth Warren, Martha Copley. Like, what are you going to do? Get your hair cut at Snippets to get voted in here? What's going on? Right? You know what I'm talking about. My God. Got sensitive here. Say, got quiet. F***ing liberal bastards, huh? Jesus Christ. I just moved to Maine. A bunch of liberal Massachusetts bastards lived up there. Holy shit. These Maine people are nuts. All they do is want to post pictures of lobsters and lighthouses. That's it. Today I drove down Long Sands Beach. You guys familiar with Long Sands? Yeah. 100 surfers out there. The water's 10 degrees. They're all from Canada. They all come down from Quebec to surf in 18-inch waves. I wanted to batter them like a baby seal. I can't take it anymore. Hey, shh. What the f*** up? Thanks, Dan. Appreciate your help over there. My God, what's going on back there? What's going on at the bar that's more important than what I'm saying? Do we have any veterans here that drink? Do you guys drink? Can I buy you a drink? Or should I get you guys prescriptions? I don't know. I'm looking at the age bracket here. Underwear and socks? Is this like now we're doing homeless shelters? What's going on? They still don't give a f*** back there. Seriously, guys, shut the cameras off. You know I'm not making town TV, right? Oh, the shit Chris and I did in Hawaii. Anyways.
I don't want to know.
No, you don't. You do not. No, so it's good. Originally, I'm from Lynn, Massachusetts. Yeah. What a shithole that city is. Growing up in Lynn, I always thought Lynn was like Vegas because they're both called Sin City. But I personally found out what happens in Lynn doesn't stay in Lynn. It goes in the police log. First time I got in trouble with the law, I was 14. I was at Osco Drug. Remember Osco Drug? Yeah. I got caught stealing some rubbers and an ashtray. Which was stupid because I was a non-smoking virgin. Name of the high school I went to was called Glen English. Nobody spoke it. Every time I tell somebody from Lynn, they want to recite the Lynn Lynn, City of Sin, you never come out the way you go in song. I lived in Alabama for a while, they even knew the song. So I came up with one for them. Sin, sin, when you sleep with your kin. You better pull out before you come in. Guys, just kill the cameras, kill the cameras. And I have a very cougars back there. And I have a very diversified family from Lynn. Most of my first cousins are half African, they're African American, I can't even speak anymore. And you know what they say about the blacks, right, ladies? Once you go black, you
Don't go back.
end up with a 550 credit score. I'm joking. 450. Listen, I don't want to start any shit. We got BLM out there, it's crazy. I went to a restaurant the other day, and the lady asked me if I wanted a BLT. I said, shh, what are you trying to start some shit? She goes, bacon, lettuce, tomato. I go, that could be, no. That could be Black Lives Transgender. Let's not start some shit here. Nice, this is good. How you doing, Scott? Blue collar worker. Really, blue collar. Nice. They say the economy is going to start shrinking in the next year. You'll know the economy's bad when they start laying off Mexicans. It's all right, you can laugh. They can't hear us in the kitchen. I'm only playing. I'm not one of these guys that thinks you should build a wall, but I am thinking that a visible fence could be pretty fun. My daughter came home from school one day crying. She said, Dad, I was playing Uno with this cute little Mexican kid, but he kept stealing all the green cards. I said, he doesn't even need those anymore, sweetie. When Biden was running for office, I was watching the news. I saw all these immigrants running to the border with Biden t-shirts, and my blood started boiling. I tried to look at the bright side. I said, at least the shirts were screened. The jokes are in there, folks, if you listen. The Republicans are nervous that they're not going to be able to catch all these immigrants because of the catch and release program. And I disagree. I have a solution. All you have to do is look for a white van with Massachusetts plates, 1 or 2 wheelbarrows on the roof, and 18 extension ladders. You can get 18 of them at a time right there. You guys appreciate it. They don't f***ing care. Of course you are. Clintondale, the water tower. This f***ing guy's crazy. Unbelievable. They don't like the f***ing racist shit, huh? Scott? This is crazy. So I just moved to Maine. I had to get a new health plan because I moved out of state. According to my new doctor, I drink too much coffee. Because after I gave him a urine sample, he asked for a muffin. And when I was looking for a new doctor, I obviously wanted someone qualified. Because what I should have been looking for is somebody who didn't have thick fingers. And I got to tell you, the whole experience could have been a lot better if he took off his class ring. Yeah, those raised letters really hurt. I'm just glad he went to Yale, because it would have been a real bumpy road if he went to North Shore Community College. Every time I'm doing a show down in Foxwoods and I'm walking through the casino, I notice 90% of the folks there are senior citizens. You know, the same people complaining they can't afford prescriptions. which got me thinking we should have slot machines that pay out in pills. Right? Keeping seniors happy and healthy. Nothing like Grandpa with a lifetime supply of Viagra. Unless he's senile and he spends the rest of his life pulling the wrong handle. Nuts though. Is it just me though, or does anyone else feel like this country's falling apart, this world? It's nuts. Everything I grew up with is nuts. I mean, the EPA now wants to tax farmers $175 for every cow for the release of methane gas. Yeah, nationwide $175 for every cow for basically farting and pooping. Where does it end? Pretty soon someone's going to say, hey, there's a bear shit in the woods. And you'll be like, no, the EPA won't let them. You'll go up to the White Mountains on vacation, there'll be a bunch of bears walking around with plastic bags. Not too long ago, we had one community here in Massachusetts that wanted to pass out condoms in elementary schools. Really? Will they even fit? I mean, what are they going to do? Use them for slippers of balloon animals? It's nuts. This country is falling apart. I'm watching the news the other day. There's a kid claiming to be a kitty cat. You see this? 14-year-old kid claiming to be a cat. He's going, for a ball. I'm like, are you shitting me right now? And the teachers are putting up, they say they put a litter box in the school for this kid. Are you kidding me right now? All I know is that Mrs. Sereno called my dad at 11:55 a.m. and said, Sal's in my office, he's pretending to be a kitty cat. By noontime, that shit would be over. Because my dad identified it as a pit bull. All right, he was a 240-pound bricklayer who faithfully wore a white beater. A little chest here and a gold cross. You know the type of Italian I'm talking about. Over. You guys talking about chicken wings when I'm trying to crush it up here? What's going on? I'm sorry to bother you guys. It's gonna wake up with diarrhea. Anyways, seriously, you guys, kill the cameras. What was that? I'm too. Stop it. What's your name? Anthony. How you doing, Anthony? I'm Sal. Huh? You good? You good? Oh, God. But things are fucking, like, Subway recently hired a lesbian to promote the footlong. It's over, folks. It's over. It's over. Liberals want to put airbags on motorcycles. Do I need to go anymore? What's going on? So if the first impact doesn't kill you, the airbag going off sending you in the opposite direction should do. What the hell is going on in this country? Speaking of kitty cats, my wife and I just took our cat to the vet. It cost us $150 to find out she's stressed. Now we can't even talk about anything stressful around the cat. I said to the vet, she's stressed, maybe I should take her to Costco. She can see what I pay for the kitty litter and cat food. I love that store, though. Where can you get a 40-pack of batteries, a flat-screen TV, and 5 gallons of Summer's Eve? The Cougars know what I'm talking about. You like that, Mrs. Williams? Last time I was there, I was cutting through the book section. I saw Bill Clinton has a book. It's actually called Given. I was thinking it should be called Receiving. I just bought my wife a treadmill at Costco. I brought it home. I set it up. She was complaining she couldn't run a mile. So I jumped on behind her naked. Now she's doing 20. You didn't like that sugar? What's going on? My wife and I used to get the kids a bunch of toys at Costco for Christmas. My wife was nervous about the lead paint from China. I said, relax. It's only dangerous if the kids put the toys in their mouth. And luckily for us, the kids take after their mother. What a slow crowd we have here tonight. But out of all the toys we did get our kids at Costco, every one of them was made in China except for one. It was made in Connecticut. I still can't figure this out. It was Chinese checkers. Shh. F***ing cougars. They gotta put the Vogue back.
Cougars!
What do you think? Vogue, you go with me? Like to watch a lot of movies. One of my favorite movies to watch is the movie Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis. You know, that movie made her famous and she was nicknamed the Scream Queen. Now she's doing commercials for Activia.
She only got paid $8,000 for that role.
Well, it turns out all these years, she was just constipated. One of my favorite shows just came back on because of COVID, right? COVID changed a lot. Wipeout. Any Wipeout fans in the room? Stupid show, but funny. I'd love to get my wife to go in that show, but I can't even get her to jump on a set of balls at home. Guys, kill the cameras. What about March of the Penguins? Anyone see this documentary? Yeah. There's a stupid creature for you. We got a bird that can't fly. They don't know how to build shelter, and they travel 70 miles to have sex. 70 miles. All I know is if I travel 70 miles to get laid, and when I get there, she better not look like me. Are you guys ashamed to know me? A lot of people think I'm 100% Italian because my name is Salvatore, but I'm not. One of my grandmothers was Irish and she had a little Greek in her, but my grandfather got that bastard. When I first heard Taylor Swift was dating a Kennedy, the first thing I was thinking was, I hope that sweet little thing can swim. This is good shit. What do you guys want from me? I think Caitlyn Jenner should come out with her own fragrance. And I got the best commercial. You ready? You may look like a man, but you could smell like a woman. Caitlyn Jenner's new fragrance, Trinity Fluid. Confusing the out of mechanics nationwide. That's great. I don't know what you guys want from me. I should just go shoot pool. I don't even care. No, seriously, what the hell happened to Bruce Jenner? I remember the 1970s when I was a little boy eating my cereal. There he was on the box. Folks, now he has one. You may never see him on Wheaties again. Maybe Fruit Loops. Or Fruity Pebbles. He won't be throwing a javelin, he'll be catching one. All I'm saying is in 1989, if a buddy called me at 2 in the morning and said, Sal, I'm in trouble, I'm on 93, I blew a tranny, I knew what he was talking about. Look at this f***ing guy. I don't know if he's gonna make it. Seriously, look at him. Doesn't he know what I'm talking about? Is he gonna make it? I don't know if I should give him mouth to mouth or just give him a ride home. This is good. You guys done with COVID? F***ing done with COVID. Everything's COVID. I'm driving here tonight, I look over, I see a guy driving his car alone with a mask on. Stop it.
Stop.
I mean, wearing a mask in your car alone is like getting a vasectomy. Wearing a condom, and you're not sexually active. Stop it. Enough. I remember when you had to wear a mask, I was at a business, I forgot to put my mask on, I started getting yelled at. So I said, sorry, I put my mask on, then I realized I was in a bank in Lynn being yelled at for not wearing a mask. You ever see that coming, right? I do refuse to wear a mask after a tuna sandwich. I found out the hard way the mayo curdles. It's like an expired yogurt. It's disgusting. Don't do it. And when it first happened, I'm in Richdale in Lynn. I walk in, the cashier's hanging plastic from the drop ceiling down to the counter, trying to be a comedian. I looked at him, I said, hey, I'm Italian, we see a sheet of plastic, we think the end's there. And he goes, oh, that's funny shit. And I said, I'm serious, Aladdin, lose the plastic. Self-employed builder my whole life. November 2019, I take a job with a company. I wrap my company up, things are going good. 8 weeks, I'm out of work because of COVID. I'm sitting on my couch in my pajamas. I'm chasing a mailman for my PUA check, like a mother with 3 fatherless kids on welfare. I'm cracking a cherry-flavored White Claw at 9 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. Binge watching Netflix. Every other commercial, some crackhead trying to sell me an overpriced pillow. And I'm watching 2 gay guys raise tigers, and I'm fascinated. And if that wasn't bad enough, I started wearing compression socks for better circulation during COVID. And if that wasn't bad enough, when I did start driving, I didn't know where I was going. Because while I sat on my couch for 3 months, some asshole changed all the exit numbers all around the state of Massachusetts. I'm on 495 looking for exit 45, which is now 105. Nuts. My dad recently died. Not from COVID. Everyone says it was from COVID. Not everything's fucking COVID, people. So when he died, I went and had a DNA test done because I had a feeling he wasn't my dad. And the reason I had a feeling he wasn't my dad was back in 1991 when I was 21 years old. My mom pulled me aside one day and said, he's not your dad. So it was right there. And I wanted to confirm it. And she was right. So she was right. So now I like to call him my fake dad. And then I have my real dad. And then I had 2 stepdads. In case you guys have had one too many Zimas, that's 4 dads. That's a lot of dads. And not one of these son of a bitches owned any real estate. Nothing. They left me nothing. One of them owned a mobile home. But back in the 70s, you were white trash and poor. No one liked you because you had no foundation. Right? Now they're tiny homes, green living, ooh, I'm saving the planet. But let's be honest, you know you're broke when your house has wheels. You get a flat tire, your tub overflows. But back to my dad's, my fake dad was a bricklayer. I heard my real dad was a carpet layer. Turns out everyone was laying it up, but I'm not here to judge my mother. Now when I'm fooling around my wife, she yells out, who's your daddy? I got a miserable existence. We were watching Star Wars with my son the other day. She said, look, even Luke Skywalker found his dad. The way I found out was a swab kit with a sibling. So I called my only brother left up in Epping, New Hampshire. I said, I need to come up and swab you. Which is an awful conversation to have with anybody. So I'm on 95, driving down the street. I got 8 long Q-tips on my passenger seat, waiting to get pulled over and explain that to a state trooper. So I get to his house, we read the instructions, pretty simple. Swab each cheek for 30 seconds, place Q-tips in envelope, mail, wait 4 to 6 weeks for results. But they didn't say which cheeks, so he's not talking to me. And it turns out he has shit for brains, but we knew that. This is good. They don't get back here. It's just like you guys. We should just all tour together. I don't know if you're going to make it, but we'll consider you part of the group. These tough. Of course he's tough. He's U.S. Navy, baby. Woo! Right? You guys are the real men. Not like these non-binary snowflakes today wearing skinny jeans, living in their mother's basement. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What the hell happened? You guys just want to play pool. I'm sorry. Nice. I used to own a liquor store. It was, it was kind of cool having a store. I had my own beer cooler. Although all you heard in the beer industry was drink responsible. I don't even know if that's possible. I mean, if someone told me that 20 years ago, I want to be married with 3 kids, a mortgage, and 2 car payments. I'd be single with a condo, a Corvette, and syphilis. And at least once a day I had this customer. Always pulled up to my store on a bike. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but if you're 40 years old and you're pulling up to a liquor store at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Huffy, you probably haven't met your parents' expectations. Was going to buy a liquor store in my hometown of Lynn, but realized I'd have to have a Section 8 section. So I bought one in Newbury, Mass. Nice town, a lot of horse farms. Supposed to have a lot of hot-looking girls coming in wearing riding pants and riding boots. And guys, you know a girl's hot liquor when she smells like horse shit. You just don't want to fuck her. You guys want you shut the cameras off. How many times am I going to tell you? So by trade, I'm a builder, I'm a contractor. Do we have any tradesmen in the room? One broad, great. Thanks for coming in. See, nobody wants to work with their hands anymore, Doc. Pretty soon, everything will be made in China. You'll get a little black box, you'll water it like a chia pet, and 4-bedroom colonial. I used to love building houses. Hell, I'm from Lynn, I've even enjoyed breaking into them. But it is a tough job. How many people in this room have ever tried to get a building permit in Massachusetts? Anybody? Oh, for the love of God, when you go to the building department, they should have a box of knee pads and wipes at the door. I could drive to Lynn right now, get a gun, some crystal meth, and a job quicker than a permit for a deck. And boys, that's the order you want to do it in. I used to have all these customers go out and get all these magazines, show me pictures of projects they couldn't afford, which got me thinking, we should have magazines for average people. We can call it middle class and white trash home improvements. Right? Then you can have an ad for a deck. The ad can read Trex Decking. This shit lasts forever. Your first husband will install it, your third will enjoy it. That kind of hit home for some of you guys, huh? I had a nerve there, Dan. I was at Home Depot the other day for the first time. I saw a toilet that can flush 24 golf balls. Why? The first thing I was thinking is just change your diet. Second thing I was thinking, if you have to practice your short game when you're taking a shit, loosen your schedule. I went there because my wife sent me there to buy light bulbs. Has anyone tried to buy light bulbs lately? When did that get so complicated? I walked in Home Depot, I saw 80 feet of bulbs. The Home Depot guy's trying to sell me a $70 light bulb. Claims it lasts 22 years. I said to him, I don't even know if my marriage will last that long. I don't know if I want to make that commitment to a light bulb. All I know is if I can learn from work and I catch someone screwing my wife, I'm unscrewing those light bulbs. Keep the broad, I'm taking my bulbs. They say when you die, you see a light. Well, it's $70 a pop, it better be those f***ing bulbs. I'm 54 years old. I may never change that bulb. That scares me. Nobody at this table will ever change that bulb. I'm only playing, but it's true, dog. And then they have those curly Q light bulbs. Anyone have these things at home? Horrible. Claim they last 7 years. That's how long it takes them to turn on. First room I put them in was my kid's bathroom. For 3 weeks, they were pooping in the dark. I like to call those the Biden bulb, because neither one of them are too f***ing bright. And that's my time. Thank you guys for coming out. Back to Danny Gill, everyone. Let him know.
Dan Montano! Making fun of Joe Biden. Yes. Joe Biden. Is my presentation of Joe Biden a year from now? My name's Joe Biden for President. If I knew about this a year ago, I'd still be president. Not that Trump's any fucking bargain. He's getting on a plane yesterday, female reporter goes, President Trump, you have a bad record with women. Do you realize that in the average woman's working career, 6 out of 10 will experience sexual harassment in the workplace? Trump said, yeah, it makes you wonder, what do the other 4 look like? It's nice to see people coming out for a good cause, for the veterans, for this. We're on a planet hurtling through space. It's a miracle to be here. We're all going to die. You put on the TV, and all you see is he sucks, you suck, this sucks, that sucks. He sucks, you suck, F this, F that, F this, F that. I want a new national holiday. National Shut the Fuck Up Day. That's what I would like. Just everybody just shut up, have a good time, go on to the VFW, have some Kowloon food, and just make this life. Forget about everybody. We're just little idiots on the planet. They don't give a shit about us. Nobody does. No matter if it's Biden, Trump, it doesn't matter. It ain't going to change our lives. Just go home, make some babies, smoke some crack, and have a good time and just care about yourself. I'm 68 years old. I don't have a lot of time left, so everybody just shut the hell up and have a good time, okay? I'm having a great time. I had my annual physical. Doc comes out, goes, blood works great, heart rate's fantastic. We're just a little concerned with your bone density. I said, no problem, Doc, I'll roll them thicker. Be a little embarrassing for a guy my age to get caught smoking pot. Look at the Olympic hero, Michael Phelps. He was at a party taking an Olympic-sized hit out of an Olympic-sized bong, a picture's taken, put on the internet. Next thing you know, he's suspended from swimming. And Kellogg's cornflakes dropped him as a spokesperson. What were they thinking? If they only knew how many boxes of cereal get polished off after a few bones. You ought to take the picture of him hopping on that bong, slap it on a box of Fruity Pebbles, throw a little toy bong inside. Who's leaving the Christmas table now? Whatever, we're going to have a great time. Let's get stoned and do nothing. I actually had my annual physical. My wife's been pushing me to go, but you got to get a physical, you got to get a physical. Finally, I go, my primary care retired, had to pick a new doctor, got my first woman doctor, a brilliant young, fresh out of her residency, but you can tell, first physical, we're both a little nervous. Mr. Gill, today I would like to perform a testicular exam and a prostate check. Would you like a chaperone? I'm like, what? Would you like a chaperone? Yeah, why don't you bring the whole waiting room in? You can tell she's a rookie. She sticks her finger up and check the prostate. It was like she was trying to get a quarter out of a payphone. I'm like, come on, lady, this call's going to be interrupted. Then she rolls me over to check the test. She raises the joint. She starts laughing. If I want this shit, I wouldn't leave the house. But she was pretty thorough. She was rolling my nuts like they were dice in Atlantic City. But she was the ball roller. I didn't know my nuts could circumnavigate my scrotum. I think she works commissions, like she's trying to find a trip to Bermuda in my shorts. And the questions they ask you when you're over 60. Mr. Gill, do you feel safe at home? I'm like, what? Do you feel safe at home? I'm 6 feet tall, 235 pounds. My wife's a little peanut, 5'2", 420. Do I feel safe at home? Yeah, as long as I'm on top. Then you got your family history, blood disease, diabetes. My father died of prostate cancer. Mr. Gill, there was a study in Australia where men who have sex 22 times or more a month have a 30% less chance of prostate cancer. Like what? I'm 68 years old. Where was this news when I was 16? 22 times a month I went home, I told my wife, great news, honey. I'm glad I went to the doctor. 22 times a month she ran around the house like her hair was on fire. She goes, good luck to you, buddy. God saves those who save themselves. Sometimes you just got to take your health into your own hands. 22 times a month. What do you got to get a calendar, keep track, put a little X's and O's, little happy faces? If you're the kind of guy like me who puts shit off, you got 3 days to go, 12 more to take care of. You got to call and say, fuck yourself in a fucking room where I want to live. I want to live. I want to live. Wish I had a vagina. 37 times last month, I'm going to live to be 100. I'm a regular health nut. To being a comedian, know one thing, laughter is the best medicine, which kind of makes me like a comedy doctor. I can even do house calls. I can do 5 minutes in your porch, 10 minutes in your living room, or 30 seconds in your bedroom. On a good night with some help. Got a call from my know-it-all sister. Now that you turned 68 years old, have you considered coloring your hair? Like, coloring my hair? That's a little disingenuous. I see the Just for Men commercials. Stay in the game. I've been with the same woman for 42 years. How do I get out of the game? I've been in the game too long. 42 years ago, I thought I found my soulmate. Thanks to the pandemic, I found my cellmate. Now, thanks to Asian finances, we're doing life with no chance of parole. Hasn't been easy. A lot of ups and downs. A lot. We just get out of counseling, because I'm selfish. I'm always thinking of myself. Mr. Gill, when you get home from work till afternoon, you get in that front door, you tell that woman what she wants to hear. Hey, honey, I'm dead. Counseling. It's like they go over every last thing. How's your sex life? You guys still frisky? You still snuggle? We're in our 60s. We don't snuggle, we struggle. It's not easy. I went from Secretariat to Mr. Ed. Oh, I killed myself. Any financial difficulty causing you to separate? Yeah, for $200 an hour, you asshole. I'll be broke by next week. Who has enough money? I like that Capital One commercial. What's in your wallet? Nothing. A suicide note. What's in anyone's wallet? Everyone's out to screw you. Everywhere you go, everything's half the size, double the price. I used to keep a condom in my wallet. Now I keep my wallet in the condom because every time I pull my pocket, I get f***ed. Oh, I see in the paper. Today's kids are having less sex. Today's kids are having less sex. What's wrong with these kids? I grew up in the 70s, the last decade of decades, where one-night stands were quaint. You just had to be honest with the girls you met. Oh, Dean. Will you respect me in the morning? Yeah, I won't be here in the morning. Not having enough sex. What's wrong with them? Oh, they're distracted. They got video games, 500 cable channels. They have smartphones. We didn't have smartphones. We had smart dicks and we used them. We went out. We screwed till they fell off. Then we glued them back on and we screwed some more. I think. I can't remember. I need some Prevagen. See these commercials now, they got all these commercials now for your boy, like Loomy, like, 8 hours after you shower, your crotch has a stink factor on a scale of 1 to 10 of 37. I don't give a rat's ass what a woman smells like. I don't give a shit. I'll roll up my sleeves. I'll take one for the team, okay? That's what I'll do. I'll get to work. Who gives a shit? It's really not you people. Yeah, we just been together too long in the same building. We've been together too long. The pandemic, we were in the house, just the two of us. We got each other's hair. Yeah, did I ever tell you about the time? Yes, you have. You haven't said anything new in 6 months. Mix it up a little bit. Go cheat on me. Go find the boy, the mailman or something. Let's spice up our lives a little bit here. How do you do things? Hey, have you ever considered food in the bedroom? Food in the bedroom? What do you care? What do we look like? I need. I got a hot dog stand. Okay, what do I got? Food in the like whipped cream. It's useless. It's like air. I'm from Lynn. For a long-lasting muff, go with marshmallow fluff. We won't go into the rest of that one. All I know is I come up looking like the abominable snowman in a pie eating contest. Well, listen, you guys have been great. It's been a great night. I just want to say, go home, have a great time, and once again, thank you for the veterans, thank you for Salvatano, Patty Punch, stopping here, thank you for coming out, and back to the Bishop, Rich Salter.
Before you guys go, I want to thank everybody who came out, supported the veterans. I want to thank Patty Punch, I want to thank Salvatano, Scotty McNeil, and MC, the great Dan Gill. But I have one more thing to add. We were doing a Dana-Farber a charity fundraiser up in Seabrook. So I had a little house in Seabrook, and it was really in the woods. So they predicted rain, and I didn't want Dan to get his feet all muddy, or the great Steve McQueen was doing the DJ. So I put a piece of plywood down in front of the microphone. And here he is, one of the greatest quotes I ever saw. I know I really made it because there's only one thing that's going to be greater than this. I'm in the woods of Seabrook, standing on a piece of plywood. I know I made it big. Danny Gill. Thank you, everybody.
Rich Salzman, the bishop.